there's hope on the horizon. How soon fire officials say the smoke could clear out. Alex.
And strict security and confiscated flags, the political battle happening on the World Cup stage as Iran played at SoFi Stadium.
Plus, celebrating dads in Altadena, the special tradition helping heal the community, recovering and rebuilding after the Heaton fire.
Here are those stories, sports, and any breaking news next here at 6.
Our biggest loss of the season. But an entree and a Pizookie for 13 bucks feels like a win.
That's our first win of the season.
Celebrate anything with a choice of 8 entrees plus a mini Pizookie for $13.
CBS LA at 6 starts with breaking news.
Now at 6, still burning, still sending smoke all over Southern California. Live look at the Boyle Heights warehouse fire that just won't quit. Tonight, firefighters offering an optimistic timeline on when that fire may finally fizzle out. Good evening, everyone. I'm Leslie Marin.
And I'm Gio Insignaras. Tonight, fire officials say we can expect to see smoke for days to come as they battle the cold storage warehouse fire in Boyle Heights. That's still burning, of course, 5 days after it first ignited.
Let's go right to CBS LA's Brittany Ehrman live in Boyle Heights with a new timeline from the fire chief. Brittany.
Yeah, Leslie and Gio, the plan right now is to aggressively put out this fire. And you can see fire crews right now very hard at work. If you look over at the building, you can see them using steady streams of water to put out the hot spots. Now, officials say they've changed their strategy, and we saw a lot of it last night when we were out here, where they were using some heavy machinery to tear down parts of the building so crews can get access to the fire burning inside, and that's what they're doing right now. And they say it's already making a difference. Now, SkyCal video shows smoke building in the building as hot spots to burn inside the cold storage facility. LAFD Chief Jamie Moore says crews have made significant progress since yesterday by tearing down walls that allowed fires to attack the flames. Officials say they've also been focused on protecting another section of the building that has not been impacted by the fire. So the millions of pounds of food that's now sitting does not create a biohazard. Now, Lineage, this is the company out of the building. They released a new statement today announcing it donated $2 million to help community members impacted by the fire. The company says they believe the fire started on the roof while subcontractors were servicing the building's solar panel. Now, the company also noted it has also helped secure high-powered water cannons from Texas, funded helicopter water drops, and brought in additional equipment to support firefighting operations. Now, crews battling the fire say they're turning a corner, but there's still a lot of work to be done.
I would anticipate this smoke for about 2 more days, possibly 3. But now we're going to extinguish the fire, and we're going to do that aggressively. We're going to go in there. We're going to put this fire out.
Right now, my office is focused on 3 priorities: protecting residents, getting supplies into the community, and making sure the property owner is held accountable for a safe and respectful cleanup.
Now, since the governor declared a state of emergency, they're able to bring in more resources from the region tomorrow to help fight the fire and give this crew a break. Now, the fire chief says the goal is to have this completely extinguished by the end of the week. Of course, we'll keep an eye on it. Live in Boyle Heights, Brittany Herman, CBS LA.
And Dodger Stadium isn't too far from Boyle Heights, where Brittany is. This photo from before the game shows the smoke lingering in the stadium. But the conditions seem to have improved by first pitch this afternoon. We asked fans watching the game, or the Dodgers play the Baltimore Orioles today, whether they noticed any problems. Most told us the pollution was obvious on to the game, but they didn't smell or see anything once they got into the stadium.
Here, no, but when we were walking up, I did. I brought a mask just in case. You can see it when you're looking out at the mountains, but other than that, you can't really see it. Like, the sky looks relatively clear.
I was really worried when I first got here because I saw all that driving in. I thought they were going to cancel the game or something because it was bad downtown. But the game was real nice. It was clear there. We could be fine.
Despite some visible smoke in the area, the Dodgers manager said had been advised that air quality was safe enough in the stadium for players and fans.
Check in now with me. Alex, thank you. Once again, the Red Cross has opened 2 emergency shelters for residents affected by the Boyle Heights industrial fire. Locations are Pecan Recreation Center on 145 South Pecan Street and City Terrace Park on 1126 North Hazard Avenue. And we'll continue to follow the latest on this warehouse fire along with the impacts from the smoke on air and online at cbsla.com. In South LA, a grass fire along the 105 freeway burning brush and trees and sending more smoke into the air. SkyCal was over this fire about an hour ago near South Vermont Avenue. Our photographer spotted this one while flying over the Boyle Heights fire. You see firefighters working on the flames closest to the freeway. LA County deputies were on scene to keep traffic moving. No word on what started that fire. Iran taking on Belgium in a World Cup match at SoFi Stadium today. That ended in a scoreless draw. But looming over the game, negotiations happening right now between the U.S. and Iran and restrictions the Iranian team faces playing World Cup games on U.S. soil. CBS LA's Lauren Posen live in Inglewood, where sports and politics collided today during today's match. Lauren.
Well, we spoke with fans at the game, and while FIFA has strict regulations about political symbols inside the stadium, that's not stopping many of them from letting their voices be heard. All this while those negotiations are happening overseas. As Iran took on Belgium in the World Cup, attention also turned to what was unfolding in the stands at SoFi Stadium.
We were still able to bring in a poster and basically say, you know, free Iran on the poster, and then hold it during the game. But there were other rows right next to us where they had really big signs, and FIFA came and started pulling their flags and first.
So security was tight at Sunday's match. She shared these videos she took of fans being questioned by security, with some flags even confiscated. She says it wasn't as intense as in Qatar 4 years ago, where fans were strip searched.
So it was very high stress. It was very dangerous.
From the fans to the players, Iran's team continued be under travel restrictions. The team can only enter the U.S. right before matches and have to leave right after. Officials are also raising concerns over visa and ticket issues for fans and staff.
Because the Trump administration has put significant strictures on fans from Iran, Haiti, Senegal, and Ivory Coast, it's almost impossible for fans from those countries to come to the United States to cheer on their team.
As the match played on, U.S.-Iran talks are underway in Switzerland, with Vice President J.D. Vance on the ground.
The President has committed us to see a full regional ceasefire. We found great partners in working with the Qataris, the Pakistanis, our friends in Israel. We're all working towards regional peace.
Sports and politics are colliding in a way that's making this World Cup about more than what's happening on the field.
Nothing is not political anymore. And it says that when they are playing on that pitch, they're not playing as athletes, they're also playing as ambassadors. They're playing as delegates, whether they want to or not.
And the Iran Soccer Federation says it plans on filing an official complaint with FIFA over these travel regulations, saying it's putting the team at a disadvantage. Reporting live in Inglewood, Lauren Posen, CBS LA.
Lauren, thank you. And tonight, President Trump threatening further attacks on Iran, even as Vice President J.D. with Iranian leaders in Switzerland. A diplomat told CBS News an emergency session was added to talk in Lebanon as the conflict between Israel and Iran-backed Hezbollah endangers those talks. More than a dozen people were killed over the weekend, prompting Iran to say it's closing the Strait of Hormuz because the fighting violates the memorandum of understanding President Trump signed last week. And Iran warned its military is, quote,